The Vita is such an underrated system and has many of my favourite games of all time. At number 15 I have He's 8. Yes, the game performs better on other systems, nonetheless the Vita version was the first handheld version. Tropical island survivor theme, on a mysterious island with a great cast of characters, intriguing backstory about the islands and great exploration, and fun combat. I first played this game on Vita using PlayStation Plus, and I was surprised at how good it is, digging deeper and deeper underground and discovering a hidden world with many secrets. It's a unique take on platforming. You'll never guess what you'll find the deeper you go, as you expect it gets darker, and it's a very addictive experience. At number 13, I have Senran Kagura Estival Versus. If I own the game physically, I'll show the box, but I own many of my Vita games digitally. Estival Versus is a hack and slash game with a mixture of Japanese and beach theme. The characters are busty women whom have their clothes ripped when they take damage, and interesting weapons such as water guns. It's relaxing to play in another Asian game that isn't politically correct. At number 12 I have White Album 2. It's a visual novel about life in high school and has a love triangle, romance and beautiful artwork and music. I especially love the snowy Tokyo feel. The game is Japanese language only, but since I've watched the anime, I know what happens in the story and can appreciate the game's presentation. The Vita version doesn't have the EROG elements, but they're not needed for this game. At number 11 I have Uncharted Golden Abyss. It may not be the best Uncharted game, but it was a great experience for the Vita. For its time, it had close to the most realistic graphics ever seen on a handheld, and the touchscreen worked so well for the stealth takedowns. And it provides more backstory on Nate and shows another love interest he once had besides Eleanor and Chloe. At number 10 I have Gravity Rush. This game came to Vita first and was unique in how it's an action-adventure game that lets you control gravity, so it adds a twist to exploration, combat and platforming. Its visual style has a stunning atmosphere. It was such a unique experience in terms of gameplay, and its atmosphere was very captivating despite it getting a negative reaction from some critics. The Vita version of Little Big Planet is my second favourite Little Big Planet game after Little Big Planet 2. It has a fun and creative style to its platforming mechanics, while allowing you to create your own levels, and you can play other people's levels alone or co-op. The game has a nice art style, and it's just easy to get into and fun to pick up and play. It was one of the best 2D platformers available at the time. At number 8 I have Persona 4 Golden. Persona 4 is a game I keep coming back to. The characters grow on you and feel like real people. I like the rural Japan setting and combining supernatural themes with murder mystery elements made the story very engaging. Managing friendships, dating, studying for exams, holding a job and trying to save people while having a limited amount of time per day to do these things made it a memorable experience. At number 7 I have Tearaway. It's from the developer of Little Big Planet. It's a 3D platformer with its own fun take on platforming. It has nice papercraft visuals and great level designs. It's a gem. If only the game were a bit longer, it can be beaten in something like 4 hours. At number 6, I'll count all 3 games in the Sly Cooper collection as one game because I purchased all 3 of them in a collection for cheap. It's a remaster of 3 Sly games for the PlayStation 2, and the remastered visuals make a difference, and the gameplay, which mixes stealth, platforming, and various mini games, is so fun. The first Sly game is the best of the bunch. It has lovely cartoon scenes, and finding abilities to make platforming easier was a clever idea because it makes you explore and take risks. At number 5, I have His Salsetta. Yes, another adventure with Adol. This time you're travelling through a deep, mysterious forest with isolated towns and more of the great His style gameplay. It was the first JRPG I played on the Vita, so it's extra memorable for me. At number 4, I have Trails of Cold Steel 2. It's one of the best JRPGs post 2010. It has characters with complex pasts that you care about, a story that builds off a great premise from the first Trails of Cold Steel game. It allows you to create romance and has a great turn-based battle system. The Vita version was the first handheld version of this game, and it suits the Vita perfectly. Metal Gear Solid 3 is in my top 10 favourite games of all time, and when a HD version was released, I had to have it, and the Vita offering it on a handheld made me happy. The game has a deep emotional and captivating story that's very complex and has romance and great stealth and action gameplay and great atmosphere. At number 2, I have Muv-Luv. I prefer playing visual novels on the Vita because its touchscreen makes making choices easier and it isn't heavy to hold. Muv-Luv is an emotional story, and for the first half of the game it's just like a normal high school rom-com, and the second half becomes a war-themed sci-fi story where they're trying to thwart an alien invasion. It's such a captivating and emotional experience, whether it's just a high school rom-com half or the second half when it's about war and fighting off the alien invasion. Muv-Luv is one of my favourite games ever made. After I played through it on Steam and earned all the achievements, I purchased the game physically for Vita and platinumed the Vita version. And here we have number 1, which is Final Fantasy X HD, my favourite game of all time, and the Vita version was the first handheld version of it. Emotional and creative storytelling, romance with chemistry, beautiful tropical environments, and a great turn-based battle system with much strategic depth. I've bought this game for numerous systems, and the Vita offered a HD version of it on a handheld with trophies. And yes, I've also purchased it for Switch and Steam, and I've platinumed it. I never grow tired of re-experiencing the story or revisiting the world of Spira. Time for 3 honourable mentions. Honourable mention number 1 is Jak 3, one of my favourite platformers of all time. The Jak games that got ported to Vita were outsourced to other developers and the controls can be a bit problematic. Nonetheless, Jak 3 is still fun to play and it's great to have it on a handheld. Hatsune Miku, Project Diva F. One of the first Vita games I bought, my friend played an imported version of it and its music sounded so beautiful and catchy, and the music-based gameplay looked so fun. I bought an imported copy for myself, and I'm glad I did. The game is relaxing to play and easy to pick up and play. Like I said, there's music that's beautiful, there's beautiful scenery to look at, and there's music that has a faster beat and enjoyable to listen to. Honourable mention number 3, Rayman Origins. Yes, Rayman Legends has all the levels from Rayman Origins, but I played Rayman Origins first on the Vita, and I played Rayman Legends years later on the Switch. So I'll give Rayman Origins a mention because of its wacky and creative 2D platforming and gorgeous visuals that look like you're watching a cartoon. That wraps up my video. Take care.